the 2025 Dodge Hornet. We have some new updates to talk about here, so let's get started. The steering wheel paddle shifters are now available for the Dodge Hornet GT and the GT Plus when you get the Track Pack option. And also, the Hornet is now a qualifying vehicle for the optional one-day session at the Radford Racing School, which is the official high-performance driving school of Dodge/SRT. And that's it. Those are your two main updates for the 2025 Hornet. Now, is this vehicle worth it? Well, I'll get to that in a moment. But just to clear up some confusion, with the Hornet, you have two different models. The GT, which is the pure ICE model, and we also have the RT, which is your plug-in hybrid. The GT is powered by the Hurricane 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, producing 268 horsepower and 295 pounds-feet of torque, mated to a 9-speed automatic transmission. All-wheel drive comes as standard, and the will get 21 in the city, 29 out on the highway. But it seems like to achieve the quoted horsepower figures, you do have to use premium fuel with the GT Hornet. Anyway, the RT plug-in hybrid, it's powered by a 1.3-liter turbo 4-cylinder. It's also got a 15.5 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery pack, and the total system output is 288 horsepower, 383 pounds-feet of torque, and the RT plug-in hybrid has a 6-speed automatic as well. I think Dodge is trying to say that the RT has a combined fuel economy rating of 29 mpg, but aside from that, the RT plug-in hybrid can travel 32 miles on the pure EV range, which is not bad. The RT can do 0 to 60 in 5.6 seconds. The ICE model GT can do 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. The plug-in hybrid will get a slightly smaller fuel tank at 11.2 gallons. Then will get a 13.5 gallon fuel tank. But get this, these vehicles, they weigh quite a bit. The GT pure ICE model weighs 3,715 pounds. The RT plug-in hybrid, it weighs 4,140 pounds. That is wild. When you look at this tiny little SUV, you would think that it weighs between 3,200 to 3,500 pounds, but no, these are some heavy automobiles. And one of the key highlight features that Dodge wanted to share is you get the standard 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster with these models. You also get a 10.25-inch infotainment screen running Uconnect 5. You get the dual zone HVAC and the L1 advanced driver assist systems as standard with both the RT and the Dodge has not unveiled the official pricing yet for the 2025 Hornet, but somehow, some way, Car and Driver has some pricing for the GT and the GT Plus. GT starts at $33,180. GT Plus, $38,970. Not sure if that includes destination or not, or where they even got these numbers, because Stellantis said that they were going to release the pricing information at a later date. All right. Regardless of that, is this worth it? I mean, there was a time when people were leasing these things for about $200, $250 a month. That doesn't really seem to be the case anymore, although leasing programs, interest rates, incentives, all of these things, they do change every month. But in the description box below, I'm going to be sharing with you a free leasing calculator, which will also update every month, and it's provided to you by AutoCompanion. But if you're just going to get a subpar deal on this, then no way. I would not consider getting this Hornet. I would literally look into just about anything else from any other manufacturer, because there's also a lot of confusion with this brand. And if you don't negotiate this stuff correctly, you can be leaving a lot of money on the table, and that's not a good thing, especially with this brand, because Stellantis, at least with most of their vehicles, they just ramp up their MSRP and then they just give you a bunch of discounts and incentives to make you think you got a great deal. But all they're doing is they're just bringing the price back down to what it really should be. Because when I used AutoCompanion's calculator, I used a RT plug-in hybrid with a MSRP of $45,700. Yeah, as you can see, that's steep. And I assumed a 10% discount, a dealership discount. That's the bare minimum I'm willing to take for this stuff. And on a 3-year lease, the interest rate, it's not bad. It's less than 1%. That's great. But these things, they tank in value. So you have very poor residual values. That's bringing up the monthly payments. And when I looked at the incentives section on the AutoCompanion calculator, right now they're only showing a $3,750 electric plug-in hybrid tax credit for the lease. But when you go on Dodge's website, there's like a $7,500 incentive. So there's some discrepancy between the manufacturer website and the AutoCompanion website regarding these Stellantis products. But the AutoCompanion calculator is definitely accurate when it comes to other makes and models. But that's what I'm saying. Tons of confusion with these Dodge vehicles. So reference both the manufacturer Dodge website and this calculator. But assuming you have perfect credit and you put no money down on the lease, payments are like $446 a month, which doesn't sound bad, but trust me, you don't want to pay that much for a vehicle like this. Because I also made a Jeep Compass video, and I was a bit more lenient with the Compass because Jeep genuinely tried to make that a decent value proposition in the smaller SUV market with 2 models starting at under 30 grand. It came well equipped, came with the 4x4 system. And if you could genuinely get like 8 grand off the MSRP on a Jeep Compass, a new one, that genuinely wasn't the worst thing in the world. But I do understand my audience and their contempt for this brand, because you have to keep in mind the dealer experience after you buy this stuff, and these products tend to tank in value. So negotiating this can be a pain. Both the buying process and the after sale, they're both clearly not the best with most Stellantis vehicles, and I can understand why people don't want to deal with this. But despite them making the Compass as great of a deal as possible, many people, they're still turned off by it due to the experience. And that's understandable. And this Hornet, if you really want a plug-in hybrid, there are other products to consider. Like for instance, AutoCompanion, he's not just responsible for this calculator, he's also one of the largest car brokers in the United States. And he has Hyundai deals, Mazdas, Nissan, Lexus, Subaru, Toyota, Volkswagen deals, all of that. Plus luxury brands if you're interested. But on the Hyundai side, with the Tucson plug-in hybrids, he's got like 10% off MSRP, and that's before incentives. And keep in mind, incentives, they stack on top of the dealer discount. And the Tucson plug-in hybrid, it leases out well. It's genuinely a good product to drive. Hyundais and Kias, they come with that 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, assuming you find a good dealership to work with. Because yeah, you can buy it from AutoCompanion, but you still have to have it serviced near where you live. So just make sure you have a good Hyundai dealership nearby. But no matter the case, I would rather have that Tucson over this Hornet. He also has Mazda CX-90 and CX-70 deals. On both the plug-in hybrids, he's got 9.5% off the MSRP. I don't even like the plug-in hybrid CX-90s, but I would still rather have that over the Hornet. And he also has Volvo deals. The S60, that's not even a SUV, it's a sedan, but I would rather have a Recharge plug-in hybrid S60 from Volvo than a Hornet. But that's just my opinion. If you're an owner, let us know how you're liking the Hornet. Were you able to get one of those Hornets when they were offering those really good $200, $250 a month lease programs? But regardless, if you want to work with AutoCompanion, he is located in Washington, D.C. He is able to ship nationwide, but shipping is something you have to pay extra for. And he does charge a broker fee, but if you sign up with my affiliate link in the description box below, he'll take some money off of his broker fee. And that fee is well worth it if you have really stingy dealerships near where you live that simply won't work with you. And if you are going to use like the AutoCompanion calculator and you're trying to negotiate things on your own, if that's the case, always find the manager's email of your local dealership that you are working with and email that person directly with the numbers and the final out the door price. That is the only way to negotiate with the dealership. Never walk inside of a dealer. Don't do any of that stuff. They're just going to hit you with all the manipulation tactics. Always finalize everything through email first. And if they ask you where you got your numbers from, just give them an ambiguous answer. You don't need to tell them specifically where you get your numbers from. Just act like you got it off of some generic online calculator. But with certain products, it's good to work with a broker, especially when there's confusion in terms of what incentives you can truly qualify for and which discounts can stack on top of each other. AutoCompanion can help you out with things like that. But regardless, I just want to share with you these resources If you found value with this content, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you again for watching. Take care and goodbye.